Lebanon is an excellent touristic destination. It was a good opportunity to me to start my career in tourism. My beautiful country is a combination of history and geography. I studied political science and history, and part of my education, since I intended to follow a diplomatic career, yet the civil war changed our life. Many restrictions are applied against journalists due to the political situation, excluding travel journalists. I executed many Francophone festival activities, and I am member of at the festival tourism committees in June. Tourists are attracted by the natural beauty of the mountains and rural tourism, the rich and diversity of the gastronomy and art and the fashion. We have plenty of beach resorts, 6 ski mountain stations, Fakra in our area, Fakra village.
TV Sunday, the power of truth.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my wonderful pleasure welcoming one of the veteran personality in the tourism industry to discuss today's show. He is Mr. George Younes, who has been from Lebanon. George Younes has one of the instrumental capacity and career in tourism industry, who has been serving Lebanon tourism since many decades. I would like to say almost 4 decades. He is serving in multiple positions. He has been contributing government and non-governmental sector, as well as he has been running one of the magnificent resort. George Younes is serving as the president of FIJET Lebanon. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome George Younes in today's show. George, it's a wonderful pleasure welcoming you. Thank you very much for making time to discuss with us.
Thanks for you. Thanks.
So it's a fantastic to know that you have been a lot of through ups and down in your life since a migrant from Brazil to serving multiple important government positions like advisor or trustee in tourism minister, many more. So I would like to know what makes you join this tourism industry.
The tourism in Lebanon is a noble vocation because Lebanon is an excellent touristic destination, considering plenty of things, considering the four seasons, the mountains, the sea, the beautiful sights, and the millennium history. At the beginning of the Civil War in 1975, I was a student. Due to the flow of people toward the mountains and the coastal towns, we were motivated in the family to construct sea resort complex of 250 chalet, including restaurants and swimming pools, indoor, outdoor. And the second, I studied political science and history, and part of my education, since I intended to follow a diplomatic career, yet the Civil War changed our life. And the French embassy wanted to help the students in Lebanon to make internships in France. I was accepted at Club Med in Paris, and they sent me to Cap Bon, Tunisia, and to Hammamat. So before coming back to Lebanon, I visit Aix-en-Provence, where I could meet the Dean of Tourism Faculty of Aix-Marseille 3, Mr. René Barège. It was a good opportunity to me to start my career in tourism. I was one of the founder and member of Sea Resorts Complexes Syndicate and member of Tourism Commission at the ministry representing the private associations. I
Yeah,
was
George,
appointed 3 times advisor to the Ministry of Tourism,
of course.
and I participate to setting up, to accomplishing the master plan of tourism in Lebanon by the end of the war in 1990.
Right.
Those are the two reasons
I would like to say Lebanon is one of the most beautiful locations to visit and one of the huge attraction, especially in terms of tradition, culture, and history. So tell
Yes.
me something about this beautiful country.
My beautiful country. I want to introduce my beautiful country. My beautiful country is a combination of history and geography. Emerged from the water due to the second tectonic movement. The flow of water formed the Mediterranean Sea. Its name is Med, which means the middle, because it's located in the center of the old world. And in Lebanon, we told the white Mediterranean Sea because of the snow covering Mount Lebanon during winter. And our Lebanese coastal region of 220 kilometers is part of the coast extending from South Turkey to Palestine. The map shows the originality of Lebanon having a most beautiful touristic specification in the Levant.
Yeah.
The coast is parallel. The coast is parallel to the first and second range and the Bekaa Valley.
Mhm.
Everything is parallel to the coast. We can
Right.
notice the
Right.
old coastal Phoenician city, Tyre, Sidon, Beirut, the capital, the Bay of June, where I'm living now, Byblos, Tripoli, and other new cities. Moving higher, we have many villages, including 53 Phoenician villages spanning from the higher finger of Galilee in Palestine, in the south of Lebanon, to the north at the Syrian border, and the east till the foot of the first snowy range facing the sea, representing second or summer residence. Then we notice the Bekaa Valley, a big valley from the south till the north, rich in archaeological sites, religious tourism, rivers, Orontes, and Litani, a big water palace for rafting and hiking path, separating Mount Lebanon Range from anti-Lebanon Range along the Syrian coast.
Right.
So Lebanon is an attractive touristic destination offering different types of tourism. Over 10,452 square
Mhm.
kilometers,
Mhm.
5 millions of Lebanese and 10 million immigrants all over the world.
Oh, right.
About history, Mount Lebanon was a province,
Mhm.
became Great Lebanon after World War I.
Okay.
A multi-confessional nation, 18 communities having the same objective, to preserve freedom and respect the different confessions willing to live together.
Yeah.
The first range is a pathway to the abrupt and green land full of rivers and agriculture and beautiful landscapes, is also a shelter during the wars. The second range is a barrier to defend the beautiful paradise that we have, and its the independence against different all empires.
Right. So, George, it's like an odd to understand that you've been the PhD in political science, but
Yeah,
made an outstanding contribution in tourism industry. Tell us
yes,
something that how come this was possible.
because when I start my studies, I want I studied political science and history, and part of my education since I intended to follow a diplomatic career. Yet the Civil War changed our life, and the French embassy came and give us an opportunity, and was accepted that I told you I was accepted for an internship at Club Med, and when I came back, I meet René Barrage. It was an opportunity to me to continue my long career in tourism.
Likewise, one of your most important contribution was you introduced Junior City to the cultural phenomenon route of the Europe. So, could you share us what is this exactly?
It's a cultural route created by the Council of Europe to connect Mediterranean Phoenicians stationed in Europe and North Africa and Near East to revive the ancient Phoenician heritage through 82 stations founded within the Mediterranean Sea. And it was an opportunity to me when I attended the Eurowal with FIJET for the
Right.
first time. I discovered that Cadiz in Spain is Gadir in Lebanon, where I'm living and where I born, where I am now. So Cadiz it means Gadir in Lebanon. I discovered that Cadiz is Gadir in Lebanon, where I'm living. I made my research after about Strabo
Hmm.
trip to Lebanon. The Greek geographer, maybe it was a pioneer in tourism, which
Right.
confirmed that Gadir in Lebanon, where I am, is Phoenician and means rampart. And the Phoenician sailor of Tyre built the station of Cadiz on the Atlantic coast of Spain.
Okay.
So Lebanon is Phoenician,
Yeah.
and the coastal city and the Bay of June is classified on the Mediterranean Sea. June is the capital of Kisrouan district, is located between the Adon River and the Lycus River. The Adon and the Lycus River really, you have on the Lycus River 20 inscriptions and rocks relief were built by the past conquerors. This area is the cradle of the Phoenicians mythology in the world. So in 2019, I succeeded to introduce Juni with Juan Hobesh, municipality mayor and president of Municipalities Federation in our town, to the Phoenicians route and the Council of Europe. And it was a good opportunity for the Council of Europe and for us. Juni was accepted as the third Lebanese city after Baalbek and Tyre,
Hmm.
and a port under development to receive tourists and the transatlantic boats, which will make Juni a tourist promontory that will help to revive the major role of Juni and Lebanon in tourism.
Yeah, Georgia, it's a really a huge history and a very magnificent story about it. I'm very glad that you initiated and make it possible. So, apart from that, you are the founding president of FIJET Lebanon. You played a vital role, instrumental role to establish FIJET in Lebanon. Can you tell me something about the situation of journalism in Lebanon?
Uh, Journalism in Lebanon is very important for the Lebanese before and during the war. Many journalists played a major role in the transmission and the spread of political, social, and economic news. Actually, many political TVs replaced journals and magazines due to the economic crisis. People are interested by digital journalism and social media, and many restrictions are applied against journalists due to the political situation, excluding travel journalists.
You have been serving as the advisors and other so many important roles in the government platforms to promote tourism in Lebanon. How you would like to summarize your contribution to the country?
Okay, if you accept, I want to tell you that Lebanese journalists are considered among the pioneer journalists. They established in Egypt, Al Ahram, in 1875. In New York City, Al Huda, 1898, and Rocher Dahdah founded Bargis Paris in France journal in 1860 in Paris, and many others. And about me,
Yes,
I contributed along with the international expert to the establishment of the master plan and other international projects in tourism. I participate to another project for Juni in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism, edifying tourism office, theater, gifts and artisanal shops, municipal library, and the maps were set yet not executed. I executed many Francophone festival activities, and I am member of the festival tourism committees in Juni. In addition to introducing Juni in the Phoenician route, this experience developed my knowledge on the practical side, and on academic side, holding a PhD in history in addition to my acquired experience. This gave me a solid background to lecture in archaeology and tourism development at the Lebanese University. And being PhD student in political science also, I'm achieving research about public and common goods, mainly about water maybe,
Amazing.
how to preserve the environment, the social, cultural heritage in view of sustainable tourism.
George, I would like to ask something about your experience working with the government as well. Like you have been serving as the member of consultant committee in the tourism ministry since 1983. It's a so long time, like a 4 decades almost you have been serving. What is your thoughts working with the government?
First of all, it helps me to gain knowledge in tourism, but my deception is about the continuity of the system and projects. Because the minister who is taking over is not collaborating with his predecessor, therefore the execution of projects is interrupted. It's about politics. The
Yeah.
tourism private sector is very active.
Mhm.
Lots of projects are executed, which will ensure a brilliant outcome, and Lebanon can recover maybe and will be an excellent tourism destination because the Lebanese people are welcoming, are creative, and the
Yeah.
immigrants are attached to Lebanon and are frequently coming to get in contact with their country and their family.
George, not just policymaker and a journalist, you are an entrepreneur as well. That you have been running one of the magnificent resort, sea resort, Safra Marine. Can you
Yeah,
explain a little bit about your resort? How is this and why people should visit there?
yes, yes. During the war, 1975 and 1990, we began to make the construction just near in face of the sea, and Safra Marine is a complex, touristic complex resort of 250 chalet built over a surface of 10,000 square meter, consisting of five buildings. Each building consists of 5 floors simplex and the six-floor duplex, indoor, outdoor swimming pool, and in the sea, restaurant, sporting club, bowling room, skating, and tennis, basketball, and volleyball courts. We, Safra Marine has been pioneer in organizing many social, sports, and arts activities, and it was a shelter during the war 1975 and 1919. The resort was an achievement and the key of my success, to my success. I could access the ministry as a consultant, the syndicate as a member, and an investment to realize profit and to contribute to many projects for public benefit.
So magnificent, and I know that it has historic value. So I congratulate you for running this magnificent resort, George. You are so wonderful person. You are successful in entrepreneurship as well. So let us know something about the recent situation of Lebanon. How is the country running? What about the political and economic situation there?
Uh, Despite the economic crisis and political instability, the tourism sector in Lebanon is resilient. I mean, tourists are attracted by the natural beauty of the mountains and rural tourism, the rich and diversity of the gastronomy and art and the fashion. Lebanon is steeped in history and heritage, has a wide range of cultural tourism options. We have in Lebanon 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, music festivals, religious pilgrimage destination. For example, Our Lady of Lebanon Sanctuary, overlooking the Bay of Juni, where I am, it is regarded as one of the most visited pilgrimage sites in the Middle East by different religions and from all over the world. And the beach resorts, we have plenty of beach resorts, 6 ski mountain stations. Fakra in our area, Fakra village, is a ski resorts, wine resorts, hiking trails, natural reserves, and wine tourism. Grotto of Gita, a wonderful deep cathedral cave,
Mhm.
stalagmite and stalactite,
Mhm.
plus a sustainable tourism vision, tour guides, tour operators, school and universities of tourism, guest houses, cultural roots, and you have social and economic development in agricultural
Mhm.
product of rural markets.
Yeah. So I believe that people who visit Lebanon, they enjoy the beauty, they enjoy the culture, they enjoy the history, they enjoy the tradition, and many more. It's a so magnificent country. So, George, I'm very curious to know that what do you think about your life, because you have like 4 decades and more contribution in tourism industry. You have seen war, you have seen peace, you have seen development, you have seen struggle. You are been through a lot. Tell me something about your opinion on life. What is life in your opinion?
Uh, in brief, life is a journey. It's a path. It's a journey full of struggles that we have to consume with love.
Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for your time and
Thanks
opening.
for you.
It's a really pleasure talking to you, George. You are so
Thank
magnificent.
you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
TV Sunday, the power of truth.